If I see that shadow work journal on my For You page one more time, I'm going to scream. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Zhariya, and I typically make commentary videos just like this one. I have so many more people here watching me. It's kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. I'm used to being a small little channel in the corner of the internet, but for some reason, I'm like about to hit 10,000 subscribers, which means that I might actually be a legitimate person now, which is kind of weird. But I know that a lot of people were asking me in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, I'll link it somewhere around here, about me getting banned from Tinder. I wish it were a funny, quirky little story, but in actuality, I made a Tinder on my 18th birthday, and what it was that I tried making my account at like 11:58. And when I put in my birthday information, it let me do all my stuff, and then it just told me that I was banned. It wasn't a situation where I did something crazy. It literally was just that I was still technically underage, so I was banned. And my skirt around way was that I literally just like made a new email and made an account on my laptop, and for some reason it worked, and I never had any more questions. But if the Tinder people see this, sorry for using your app when I was banned. I don't know. I didn't find anybody today anyways. But today's video is going to be about ads, and how mad I am about them. So I guess let's just get into it. So as many of you that are on TikTok know, on September 12th, the app died. It actually didn't die per se, but that was just when TikTok Shop became a thing. Like, they started to actually have a whole separate tab that kind of annoys you because you're on your For You page, you're actually slip to the side, and then all of a sudden there's a shop and it's trying to get you to buy the shadow work journal, which I swear to God, I'm not buying the shadow work journal. I swear to God. So also, I have never actually physically gone into the TikTok Shop like app or section of TikTok, so I wanted to show like a clip of me going into TikTok Shop. I was immediately bombarded with like a coupon for $100 trying to tell me to buy this, that, and the third, and it was very like overwhelming. It kind of gave off Temu, Shein, Zaful, Wish vibes, that kind of thing, but it was on TikTok, and I guess, you know, TikTok is a Chinese company, but you know, something interesting, which I'll have on the side of me somewhere. Again, editing me out. But TikTok Shop came up in September 12th, 2023. If you're watching this in the future, hello, future person. But it was interesting because a person could no longer just sit and enjoy TikTok anymore. It was like this whole separate thing. People are actively trying to make money on the app, which isn't something that's entirely brand new. Like, people love to, you know, make money off of TikTok. It's been a thing since 2020, like having little ads, but this was a little bit different because people could actually like make TikTok a marketplace. And it's actually funny looking at TikTok lives of people trying to show off different stuff to buy from the TikTok Shop. It's really interesting to like look at. And like, it's kind of sad in a way, because it's like, in a way, TikTok did die, because like now you can't really go on the app without seeing a person trying to convince you to buy something that you definitely don't need, and you're gonna end up buying that little bodysuit, and then you're gonna wear it once, you're gonna hate it, you're gonna donate it to Goodwill, some other person's gonna get it, they're gonna hate it, and then they're gonna throw it out, and then it's gonna end up in a landfill, and then it's gonna make our time on this earth a couple seconds less than what it would have been already, which is kind of really crazy to think about, is how horrific like landfills are full of so many clothes that we don't need. Like, we have way too many clothes. Again, I have a video on that too. If you want to watch it, you definitely can. But there's an overconsumption problem online in general, and that can be a whole other video within itself. But we're just talking about ads today. I don't want to get too morbid today. But obviously, I'm a content creator myself. Pretty soon here, I'll be having sponsorships and things like that. I already have ads on my video as it is. I do make income off of that. I know that's such a shocker, but yeah, so I'm a content creator. I love sponsorships and branded content and collaborations. I think it's amazing that people like me can do this full time and love their life and do something that they enjoy, and being able to make income off of that and survive and make enough money to be able to do it for as long as they want. Like, that's such a great experience. However, I think that is kind of getting a little bit too far. And this is an isolated incident on TikTok in the moment where it's like people will literally like try to lie to you to get you to buy something and they don't even like it themselves. So I also wanted to mention that on TikTok specifically, a person can post a video and have it not be sponsored, but if they give it a positive enough review, that brand can then contact that person, then they can make that review, that authentic review, and ad. So also people are more incentivized to lie about products for the off chance that they might end up getting that post sponsored, then they get to make income off of it. So in the same way, it's kind of like now that so many people on TikTok, even micro influencers, that I'll be posting, you know, little clips here and there of the TikToks that I'm talking about. It's kind of like you can't really trust what you're seeing because you don't know if that person is just trying to get on a brand's payroll. They're just trying to get that sponsored post. So they're going to lie about something or say, this is the best thing ever, every single time they see a new palette or every single time they see a new something, because it's like they want to make that income. And that's one of the easiest ways to make money on TikTok is just to get your post sponsored and then you get the money from it, you know? Like even beauty gurus like Jaclyn Hill or Michaela Noguera, I think that's how you say her last name, or like Meredith Duxbury, like they make videos where they don't even disclose that it's an ad in the first place, which is also an FTC like violation. Like you can like go to jail for that. But I feel like that the issue isn't isolated to TikTok by any means, but it feels like that I can't really watch a piece of media without there being some sort of ad. And even like there are movies nowadays, like the Emoji movie, the Mario movie, the Barbie movie, where it's so just an entire ad, like an ad as a whole movie, you know? And it's weird. Like when did we get to the point to where like we were just like, it switched from propaganda to just ads? Like when did it happen? So again, everything is kind of an ad now, and I don't really mean that as like every physical thing in the world is an ad, but I will say that this phenomenon has been a thing for as long as ads, like, you know, like the 19th century there were product placements in movies, you know, like it's not something that's so brand new. But for me personally, I was conscious that things were being sold to me at about when like those Beats pill commercials were like in the beginning of every single like YouTube video, or like Nicki Minaj had that Beats pill commercial, really just Beats pill in general, because that was something that I was so conscious that Dr. Dre wanted me to buy that little speaker for whatever reason, and I was kind of turned off by it. I was like, this is a lot, like why does he want me to buy this like so bad, you know? Okay, for obvious reasons I can't play the audio, but you've all heard Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke. Isn't it like so weird how like these girls are being objectified like so bad? And like Emily Ratajkowski is in this, and like she's a whole mom now, which like slay for her. But this is just such like a 2013 like music video, you know? I actually never bought a Beats pill. I did buy Beats like headphones, but they broke, so now I use my Sony ones and they're great. I think that when looking at media as a whole, ads have been a thing for my entire life. I don't think I've ever like consumed a piece of media that hasn't had an ad like attached to it in some capacity. Commercial breaks and things like that. And when I was a kid, I loved commercial breaks. Like I used to like get excited because then I would see the next ad seen on TV thing and try to convince my mom to buy me those Moon shoes. She never did. Honestly, I'm kind of glad, because I definitely would have like broken all my bones. But I was obsessed with those as seen on TV ads, seeing all those kids with like the fushigi balls having the grandest old of time. Like I wanted that, and I loved watching ads like so much. And I kind of didn't process that they were trying to sell something to me really, until I was about a little bit older. I was like I wanted to say middle school, and I was like, oh, they're trying to sell me something like for real. But I think that when I started to get to the point in my life where I was like, wow, there are like so many ads, was around 2014, because I remember that boxed water stuff that we would see like everywhere, like boxed water is better ads and things of that nature. Honestly, like the American Apparel shirt, the choker, all that stuff was like when I was very conscious of like, oh wow, like ads are everywhere, like why am I seeing an ad everywhere, you know? Which honestly tracks, because 2014 was when, you know, the internet started becoming more you know, ads were being seen online more. Places like Facebook were becoming like way more popular. YouTubers are actually making income then. Like it kind of like adds up timeline wise, but it's just interesting to think about. Like in 2014, I was complaining about seeing too many ads, and like now it's like I cannot breathe without seeing an ad. Like even like on my TV right now, I have an Amazon TV and I see ads all the time on my TV, which is kind of annoying. I can never like have a break. You know, even when I listen to podcasts, I hear ad breaks on podcasts. Like it's a never ending cycle here. And I think it's almost impossible like these days to go onto TikTok and to see like a person recommending something and there isn't an affiliate link down below, or it's not linked onto TikTok Shop or whatever. It's getting harder and harder the more that time goes on, and it's kind of getting frustrated because, you know, like the whole point of influencer marketing is that consumers trust people like me a lot more to sell them something or to tell them to buy something than like Kendall Jenner, for instance, because I'm a normal person. If I tell you to buy this spooky little, you know, pillow, you're gonna trust me. You're gonna be like, wow, she likes this pillow, I like this pillow. But it's weird because it's gotten to a point to where it's like we can't even trust even micro influencers at this point. And again, like it's no hate, people need to make money, sell that shadow work journal, you know, but it's just kind of getting to a point to where it's really frustrating for like me, and I'm sure for anybody else. I mean, I've been seeing so many videos on like why is everything an ad, you know? So I'm definitely not alone in my thoughts, but I just kind of wanted to, you know, talk about it because I feel like it's really interesting. I know that times are tough and inflation is getting out of hand, and if you need to sell that nasty little bloom water, then you go ahead, no one is stopping you. But I think that it's just like hard to genuinely enjoy TikTok these days, and it's really like annoying seeing like all of these ads. And like the only time that I enjoy TikTok is whenever I see like anime edits, like Attack on Titan or like JJK or any anime stuff. But that's another video for another day. I literally have a video idea of talking about fan service and anime, but like the opposite side of fan service, not like cute little girls, like grown men. But that's another point, another video. But I did want to talk about the general social media situation when it comes to seeing all of these ads, right? Because like, you know how I was talking about how like there's all these ads on TikTok? Well, surprise, surprise, there's ads everywhere on every social media app. I mean, literally, even when I was on Tinder before I deleted it, there were ads on there, and it's like you can never escape them. But when it comes to social media and ads in general, and looking at like influencers such as myself, I wouldn't even call myself an influencer, I just call myself a person online. It gets to a point to where if I'm consistently being bombarded by ads, I don't want to buy anything, you know, like I just skip past it, you know, and that's kind of what ended up happening for me for the most part. I see an ad and I immediately just skip it. I don't care anymore. It's like I'm insensitive to it. It just desensitized to it. It doesn't even like register to me half the time, you know. The only way that I will like typically like utilize sponsorships on videos is like if it's a person that I support and I want to see them like, you know, make money, I will sign up for the whatever like free, the like little like subscription service, and I will do whatever because I know that actually helps the creator that I'm watching, you know, be able to pay their bills, put their lights on, things like that. But when it comes to just buying things regularly, I don't like purchase things that people recommend me anymore. I kind of just go based off of what I think, and it's worked out most of the time, you know. I wouldn't say that I've had too much of a hassle. It's just frustrating because like if a person can't watch a video without getting bombarded with ads left and right, like it's kind of, we're getting to a dystopian level of ads that we're seeing. But it's kind of like we think about like what would we do, and this is also a fun fact about ads. This is where I'd put an ad if I were I'm trying to sell you something. If I was trying to sell you like a VPN or like a thing that protects your data, I'd be like, yeah, and you know the only thing that can help is blank company. But I don't have a sponsorship for this video, so, you know, you can just keep that information, you know. But I just feel like that back in the day when I was online, I used to love just getting viruses on my mom's computer, playing Girls Go games, dance monkey dance, and Pop Tropica, and I would have such a good time online. And now it's like I I can't go 2 seconds without seeing an ad anymore. I open my phone, it's immediate ads. I'm in my apartment right now, I see my TV, there's ads on my TV right now. I cannot escape it. I open my iPad, there's ads on my iPad. It's to the point to where like I'm surrounded by ads. I leave my apartment, there's billboards everywhere because I live in Atlanta. Like it's endless. The thing that sucks is that capitalism, like time and time again, just kind of ruins stuff. Because it was fun seeing my favorite creators, like, you know, get sponsored by like Audible. That was the one back in the day, you know. But it's to the point to where it's like kind of annoying, you know. Like I don't need to see a million HelloFresh ads, especially when HelloFresh is a really whack company. But that's another video for another day. That's like a video essay though. That's not even just like a casual video. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was personalized ads. It's kind of weird because I feel like that I'm to the point to where like my phone's just listening to me. I mean, I have two Alexas. I have one on my TV and then I have one in my room. Maybe that's a bad decision on my part, but it's like I'll be talking about how I need to get a new suitcase and all of a sudden there's a suitcase ad that I'm seeing like 2 minutes later. Or I'm talking on the phone about how like, you know, my mom has cats and it's like, oh, like you should get this for the cats. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing ads for like cat trees and stuff like that. It's like, you're listening to me, aren't you? Little phone. It's getting kind of crazy. And I don't know when ads became so personalized because again, like I'm a media gal. I got my bachelor's in digital marketing. So I do know the tea. I do know what goes on. I've learned, I would say that I've learned the things to learn. I got the degree. It's in my room somewhere. Cause it is not hanging. It's in like an envelope. A very expensive piece of paper. But I remember like in one of my classes, I learned about this girl who her ads knew she was pregnant before she was. Like she was getting ads for like pregnancy stuff and she was like so confused. And it turned out that she was like already like 2 months pregnant or whatever and didn't even know. And it's like scary that like an ad was able to find out she was pregnant before like she could, you know, which is just, well, not could, but rather like did know, which is just kind of crazy to think about. And it's like ads nowadays are turning into like the TikTok For You page in a way. Because it's like, why are ads being so personalized to me? It's getting kind of weird. And I'm sure it's for every single person. And I definitely just need to clear all my cookies and get my data cleaned out and do all of that. But I'm just lazy. You know, it's getting to the point to where it's frustrating, you know, like I shouldn't have to go through all of these, you know, leaps and bounds in order to not be bombarded with ads, you know. And you might be asking me like, what do I do to fix the problem? Which like there are a lot of solutions. You know, you could do an ad blocker, which, you know, some apps like YouTube are not letting you use ad blockers. So there's that. You could use VPNs. But the main thing is just like, I feel like if a business is already like making like millions and billions of dollars a year, maybe they don't need to bombard people with ads all the time. But maybe in their minds, they think that the reason why they have all this money is because of all their ads. I don't really know. But in general, I just want to say it's really frustrating that I feel like I can't be online without seeing ads. It's getting to the point to where it's like makes me like not even want to go online anymore. I've been playing a lot of mobile games recently, which also is the reason that's making me feel more motivated to make this video, because like there are so many games that I play on my phone, my little phone, and the amount of times that I can't there's some games where I can't even do something without seeing an ad. Like I have this one game, it's called like My Hotel, and literally you have to like watch an ad to do every single thing, you know. Or like there was a game that I played like Rich Life Simulator or whatever, and it was again like you had to watch an ad in order to make more money to like get to the next part of the game. And it was like frustrating. It's like I'm so numb to ads. And like I remember in 2018 like watching like all those Danny Gonzalez videos of him like, you know, watching all of the bad ads or whatever. And it was always funny to me. Like I always found it entertaining for sure, but it's just kind of annoying, no? Like maybe I'm alone in this, but I feel like I'm not. I'm sure that many people watching this are thinking to themselves like, yeah, you're right. But it's kind of weird, you know, ads and things like that. But you know, that's my video. I hope you guys like it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on ads. Are you over it? Are you sick of it? What are things that you do to kind of get rid of ads? I would love to know down below. And since I have so many more people watching this video, I know my viewer retention like really like drops off towards the end, but My videos that I do are kind of like the equivalent of sitting on the couch with your friend and we're just talking about whatever is going on in our mind. You know, whenever you're hanging out with your friends and like you get into a random deep conversation for like an hour and then you're like, oh, let's move on, you know. I'm kind of like that, you know. And I really appreciate everyone that's been watching my channel. I really do. It's kind of a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so used to being in my own little corner, but I invite all of the new people on my channel, and I'm really excited to see where my channel goes in the future. Maybe one day I'll be like Jake Paul. Actually, not like Jake Paul. Maybe I'll be like Emma Chamberlain. You know, I actually have a video coming out soon on Emma Chamberlain that I'm kind of excited to make. But yeah, that's all. Sorry to get all sentimental towards the end, but yeah, leave a comment down below, like the video if you like it, subscribe to me if you haven't. I'd say I'm a pretty good gal. I make videos sometimes, no particular schedule or order, but I'm trying my best. But yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching if you've been here for that long. And I guess that's it. I'm gonna keep on talking if I don't just end it. So make sure to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.